Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. I'm so excited for today's message because today I am channeling to you Metatron. So please take a deep breath, and as you inhale, draw the energy up your spine, allowing yourself to create a clear channel. And as you exhale, come into clear knowing which group or groups has a message in it for you today. We have group number 1 on the left with removal of obstacles, group number 2 in the center with exploring patience, and group number 3 on the right with rooted in gratitude. As always, the timestamps are listed below for your reading, as well as all the rest of the information you could want from me. I am so grateful that you're here with me today. I'm sending you all of my love, and I'll see you at your reading. Namaste. Hi there, group 1. Namaste, and thank you so much for being here today. Today we're taking a look at your channeled message from Metatron. So you selected the first group with removal of obstacles, and immediately they are showing me a path opening up before you. Metatron wants you to know that you are guided and supported, and that now is the time. You are stepping into a version of your future that you have been manifesting for several lifetimes. You are about to step into the larger version of your life path. He wants to reiterate and make it known that you have been on your path this entire time, but there is more clarity as to why you are who, what, when, where, why, and how you are in this lifetime, in this body, in this moment. You are stepping into your larger why, and Metatron would like to remind you how powerful of an alchemist you have grown into. Metatron is coming through to remind you, group number 1, that everything that is a perceived obstacle is either a sign to reroute, or it is an opportunity for you to learn. But he would prefer that you take a look at the former rather than the latter. At this time, obstacles are a sign to change where you're going. Again, you are not on an incorrect path, but you are opening up to a larger why, to a larger part of your purpose. And as this happens, you will notice that you will notice that in front of you, instead of obstacles, you are starting to see traffic cones that are actually presenting for you the path to walk down. You're not meant to jump through the hurdles or jump over them, work through any obstacles. You are noticing that obstacles on your true path have been removed, and you're being reminded to go with the flow a little bit more. Metatron has released some of the larger obstacles and burdens from your life, and you are feeling these energetically. You're being called to take a look at your primary environment and your primary reactions, as this is more intuitive than you might be giving it credit at the moment. You are stepping into your power. You're stepping into a deeper, more intimate sense of love between yourself and all that is. And as you are stepping onto a higher version of your path, you notice that your understanding expands, and so does your sense of self. They are, of course, drawing attention to the green and yellow here, the heart and solar plexus chakras. So you may be experiencing an expansion in one or both of these areas. Metatron, please channel messages through me for group number 1. Started out with my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck, of course, and this is the Antique Anatomy Tarot. Messages from Metatron to group number 1, please. I'm hearing, much like Metatron, allow yourself to be misunderstood. Allow yourself to be so obvious, so truthful, so on your path that it almost confuses those with burdens in the way. Now look at this. You have removal of obstacles with 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. Metatron is drawing your attention to duality. He's saying don't forget the importance of a dualistic nature. He's showing me someone who transcends duality and then sinks back down into it, not in a higher or lower vibrational place, but with the 5 of Cups, in a sense of letting things be what they are, being where you are, and he's reminding you that time is an illusion. Everything is happening simultaneously, and you would not be in a dualistic realm if you were not meant to be. We have the Hermit here, saying you may start to realize from a higher perspective why you have felt alone for a while, because this is leading you towards more freedom after learning responsibility. Now, you're noticing some burdens come back up, and you're realizing that they do not belong to you. There can be a bit of agony or confusion or a bit of turmoil when it comes to your own personal self-fulfillment, where you're able to find sanctuary internally and in your direct environment. But it is only once you welcome something external into this place that you are noticing hiccups. Again, look at this as a traffic cone and line them up. Find your path in between. It's already been etched out for you. We have the King of Swords, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Justice card, and we have the Two of Wands. Metatron would like to assure you that you are looking towards a very bright future. And it is bright as far as, yes, light, yes, expansion, yes, ascension, but also he would like to remind you of some of the physical desires that you have. And he'd actually like to draw attention to your love, your feelings, your empathy, your expression, and your ability to create what it is. There's a reason that you may have been consciously or subconsciously holding yourself back from creating the future that you have desired in the material realm. Because now that you awaken to a higher why of your purpose, you're able to veer just a smidge to the right or to the left, kind of recalibrate yourself along your path, and you'll find that your desires, your manifestations are adjusted just a smidge, but in the grand scheme of things, they make a huge difference. Now you're noticing right now that you are being called to welcome external energies into your life, but not in a way that veers you off of your own individual path. We have number 11 on the Justice card along with the Hermit card. Metatron is showing you a lot of what has been behind the scenes that you have not been seeing recently. And he's been communicating with you through music, through signs and synchronicities, through feelings, and there are some seeds that he planted with your inner child that you are awakening to and blossoming into now. There's a reason why certain understandings, certain lessons, certain ideologies, and certain signs and memories have been scattered throughout this lifetime. As you are being called to move through love, experience your physical body, and not feel overwhelmed by the amount of learning that you have had to do or remembering that you've had to do when it comes to either past, present, future parallel lifetimes or timelines, or your path as a whole. There's some energy here about your younger self, your inner child, having a large sense of responsibility for the earth, for the collective, for this timeline as a whole, and having enough of that to allow you to grow into the version of you that then learn the lessons and experience why. This is why you've experienced more burdens. This is also why it's a bit easier for you to experience burdens. Metatron has planted these seeds since you were a child, since perhaps other lifetimes, in a way where, for you, you're able to follow your heart, enjoy your path, enjoy your life, step into your abundance, express your truth, but also have an earlier and more accurate understanding of what that is for you than the majority of your environment. This is a large reason for your isolation. This was never meant to alarm, deter, or hurt you, but was intended to jog your memory and set you on the path that you're currently on. You are stepping into a chapter that looks the way that you always had imagined and perhaps didn't know how you would get there. He'd like you to follow the ebbs and flows and let yourself blossom, let yourself face the light, and remember to reinvest your energy into yourself, into your passion projects, into your joy. But also, as you do this, remember that as you adhere to your own senses, your own pleasure, your own experience, your own path. This is you being here for others. We'd like to remind you that sometimes you might get caught up in ascension, in evolution, in making strides in the spiritual version of yourself. And the reason for this is because naturally you feel a longing and calling towards home. When you're in this body, allow yourself to channel this energy downwards, making a home in this realm for you, as opposed to ascending to where your home is. Now, group number 1, Metatron would like to remind you that you know who you are, you're aware of where you come from, and you are aware that things that are coded in light often need to be deciphered by those who are still working their way through the darkness. Let yourself be who you are, where you're at, and let yourself wear your authentic expression proudly. Again, Metatron has removed larger obstacles from your path and opened up your sight to allow you to not only achieve your path, but to stop and smell the flowers along the way. You are about to hit the ground running when it comes to your purpose here on this earth, in this collective. And this might catch you as a surprise, although it's something that you may have been working on or towards for a while. You notice that what you seek externally is what many seek internally. And there's a reason for this. Because not only have you already found what others seek, but it is where you come from. Metatron would like to remind you again that it is okay to be misunderstood. It is natural to be misunderstood. In fact, that is part of the reason why you are who you are, why you are where you are, and how you're able to make such a large ripple effect. Metatron would like to draw your attention to Enoch. And because there are different understandings of the connectivity of this, I will just leave it there. If you notice that you have a connection to one particular element over the others, or perhaps two, there is a reason for this as well. Metatron would like you to know that you are in the right place at the right time. That I'm hearing The Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine. We'd like to remind you that your internal compass never needed recalibration, but your 3D tangible understanding of why your compass was pointing where it was what was calibrating. As you have learned so very much to bring here to the Earth School as a teacher, you understand that what you were taught was almost directly contrary to much of your truth, much of the truth. So as you unlearn, you're able to help others understand what this process feels like and looks like and hold empathy and space for them. But you are also aware that you hold a unique anchor into the goal state, into divine bliss, into connection, into higher vibrational consciousness. This is why you no longer seek for that home you spent such a long time trying to find. This is why you are where you are. You understand both and act as a bridge between the two. This is important, this is helpful, this is beautiful. Do not underestimate yourself. Again, that chapter of your life is closed. Allow newness to welcome into your life. Allow yourself to be surprised as to the speed and expansion that is before you. And tune in to your true self, Atman. Let it lead the way. Worry less about the mind and more on the internal truth. Allow your narrative, your true truth, to permeate through your thoughts, permeate through your mind, in a sense that cleanses it and clarifies your path. Metatron would like you to know that you have miraculous healing abilities, that you are a very magical, divine being, and that you're aware of this. Metatron would like to remind you that you have blossomed very, very beautifully, and he would like you to appreciate this more about yourself, internally and externally. You have come so far, but that is not your accolade. You have come to the point of remembering the integration of all the versions of you you've been before. As you open up into this, you notice great expansion in your life, in your path, in your abilities, in your knowledge, and in your desires. Follow your internal compass over anything that you see externally. You are understanding how ideologies, positive, negative thinking, certain thought groups, how they spread like wildfire, and how they can be trending, how they can be also very limiting to the true self. While some can be helpful as it leads the way towards a higher understanding, do not dizzy yourself by shrinking yourself to fit in when you already know what each ideology has to unlearn in order to find the truth. This is a larger perspective. This is larger than duality. This is larger than transcendence of duality. This is larger than Vedanta. It is larger. Because you have your obstacles removed now, you will look around and see more clearly the obstacles of others. It is not your job to identify these individually, or even in particular groups or conglomerates. Remind yourself of the reason that you are here, and remind yourself that the energy and effort and time that you can invest into one individual or one small group of individuals can be reinvested in a different way that creates larger change and also assists you. If it does not serve you actively and serve your path actively, it is not for you. Any energy that fights against this knowledge has difficulty understanding it or tries to convince you otherwise is bumping into their own obstacle, which you will now be able to see more clearly as well. Do not stress or give mind to these energies, for they are where they are meant to be. Take it as a sign that these are not the energies that you are meant to help individually. You are a very loving person, and your internal world is expanding into your aura. It's expanding into your physical appearance. It's expanding into your voice. It's expanding into your physical realm. You've done a lot of work internally, and you've been feeling it push up against the karmas of those around you and your environment in order to permeate. You have created this space, and this obstacle has been removed from your path. With this, anchor yourself into your clear knowing and move forward graciously, gracefully, authentically, and fearlessly. Be bold, be brave, be you. Because if you were meant to be anything or anyone else, you already would be. You are important. You matter more than you know. You are loved. You are intentional. And you are enough. You have done enough. You have enough. It is time. That is all I have for you, group number 1. That was your message channeled directly from Metatron. I hope that this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation. And please subscribe to my channel, like, and comment on the video. It helps me out a lot, and I love what I do. I love helping to bridge the gap between you guys and all of these divine beings. So, With that being said, I hope you have a beautiful and phenomenal rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. I'm sending you all of my love, and namaste. Hi there, group 2. Namaste, and thank you so much for being here today. Today we're taking a look at a channeled message to you from Metatron. So you selected the second group with Exploring Patience. Now, Metatron wants to speak to you about some of your manifestations throughout previous incarnations. Some of them have been manifesting in this lifetime, ones that perhaps didn't come through in other incarnations. Also, for some of you, other incarnations of yours had an easier time manifesting than you currently do. And he would like to draw your attention to the fact that there are manifestations that timed out in other incarnations of yours that are about to be hitting your life now. So if you notice some things that are coming towards you left field, but they seem like something that your higher self or your soul or you would ask for, but you don't remember aligning with them consciously or manifesting them, or it seems to be like the universe is a couple steps ahead of you when it comes to figuring out what you want, you desire, how you feel, ways you express yourself, it's because some of these manifestations are actually catching up with you from other incarnations. Now, as we know, time is all occurring on top of itself simultaneously. So when I say past lives, we understand that this is something that we do have access to in our memory in the Akashic records, but past, present, future, parallel lifetimes, they are all occurring simultaneously, which is why when you feel extraordinarily connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lives of yours, sometimes the reason for this is because we're learning lessons from this other lifetime, or we're meant to integrate these vibrations together into our current present moment. Metatron wanted to make this clear for you as you're tapping into a stronger form of alchemy. This relates to your Exploring Patience card, because if you're interested, for example, in mathematics, in quantum mechanics, in physics, in sacred geometry, there is a reason why this and why now. I would like to draw your attention to specifically the Metatron's cube. This will show you creation. This will show you all of the elements. It will show you the platonic solids. This, in and of itself, holds the building blocks to almost anything you could fathom. So, you are being asked to explore a bit more deeply and listen. Listen to others. Listen to the wind. Listen to the birds. Listen to the ocean. Listen to the rain. By listening, you'll be able to tap into the symphonies of the building blocks of creation, of the creators. Metatron would like to remind you that everything that is macro is micro, and everything that is micro is macro. So, just as you can see your entire body laid out on your hand, you can see all of your incarnations throughout your body, throughout your face, throughout your life. Every single thing holds every other thing in it. So, do not underestimate the importance of this. There is something he would like to speak to you about involving your future, your visions for the future, and where you're currently at right now. There are some things that align with you that you are perhaps synchronizing into still. And he would like to draw your attention to the fact that you are receiving more attention than you might be comfortable with or used to. He would like for you to be patient with those around you at this time, not only because you deserve it and they deserve it, but because this is the universe itself manifest, speaking to you. Your response is the universe replying to this, but as you are an individual spark of consciousness, connected to all that is, all that has been, all that ever will be, it is imperative that you hold space for those around you. Of course, maintain healthy boundaries. Listen to your body, listen to your emotions, listen to your thought processes. Maintain a healthy, healthful, youthful, vibrant vibration. But be patient with that around you. See what you are being shown. If you're being shown all that you need for a quiz ahead, you would be studying your surroundings a bit more. Now, Metatron would like to make it known that you are not preparing for a test or a quiz or anything of this sort. Everything is legible. This is why there are no accidents in the universe, no mistakes in the universe. Everything is a sign. Everything is perfectly coded into the universe. As you are able to identify what is where, see how your mind creates a ripple effect to shift and change and move and alter what is within and around you. So can the things around you as well. This is why your environment is so important. Allow yourself to see what you're being shown, knowing that everything means everything you could ever want to know. And on top of this, the things that do stand out to you as signs and synchronicities are only when this is the vibration you have been searching for in answers or in feeling, or when something specifically is trying to get your attention internally or externally. So take action from a patient standpoint. Again, patience that you've had in the past, in other incarnations, or throughout other times in this particular lifetime of yours. You'll be noticing old manifestations coming back around, but you are now aligning with things that you've desired before. So as this occurs, let the universe show you what you're aligning with. Let the universe show you that you are worthy of these manifestations. Let the universe show you all that you are worthy of, all that you desire, because some of it might be ahead of your current realization, although it wouldn't be occurring for you if you were not a vibrational match. So, this is why be patient, be open-minded, be open-hearted, be a witness, be present, be joyous, be joyful, be grateful, but above all, be present. Some of you might be reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. If you have not read it, I highly recommend it. Or if you have read it, or you have it on your bookshelf, try flipping to a random page and seeing what it has to offer you today. Metatron would like you to know that there are certain things around you that are trying to, or that are energetically tying themselves to you. This is a choice of yours, consciously or subconsciously, in this lifetime or another. Do be aware of the fact that you are never needing to be bound and tied to anything or anyone at any time. But you may be as detached as every particle of the universe is from its whole. You can be as connected to everything as every part of the universe is to itself. You see how the straight line turns into a circle, how the circle turns into a spiral, how yin turns into yang. Darkness appears to be light, light can appear to be darkness. This is where distortions, projections come into play. Again, Metatron is asking you to have patience and notice when something is tapping on your energy field, when the universe is grabbing your attention, or when something is showing up for you for the first time in a long time, or is coming to you by surprise. Some things that seem bizarre are really not, and some things that seem coincidental also are not. So, be sure to be patient until you are able to unfold and receive this understanding. Again, stay patient and open-minded. Metatron is presenting you with different versions of love at this time. And you might notice that your physical location is significant to some of what's occurring around you right now. With that being said, keep an open heart, remain patient, and I'm going to pull your tarot cards to see what else Metatron would like to speak with you about today, Group 2. I feel called to show you the Hierophant at the back of the deck here. Number 5. Okay. Shuffle. Messages, please, from Metatron to group number 2. Okay. We have the Empress that's at the back of the deck. Your physical surroundings, your physical material realm is elevating. And there are truths that you've held within you that are going to be requiring you to act on them. You'll notice that some of these do not relate with this current incarnation. There's a Hierophant deciding to come out in your spread today with the Ace of Coins. Metatron wants to let you know that your soul contract is... some of you are renewing a soul contract. This can be with yourself, with your incarnation, with a person, place, thing. Some of you have a larger decision coming up or a contract renewal. Okay, there is a truth or a conversation that is going to be at the forefront. This is why you're being called to look at this from a higher perspective. Be aware of the fact that everything is relevant, but everything is also relative. You cannot look too deeply into something, and you cannot pass something up too much either. There's no right or wrong answer in the universe. Again, the building blocks of the universe are the same as the building blocks of matter. The building blocks of you and I are the same. You and Metatron. We have the Page of Cups with the Magician. Again, be prepared to experience some of your manifestations, some of your desires beyond your wildest dreams. Some of you, your dreams may have been stressful recently. If you can see them from a perspective where this would not stress you out, this is encouraged. For example, if you have a dream where there is an antagonist and a protagonist, try to see the perspective of the antagonist. This is not to say your experience is invalid. It is in fact to validate yours and the rest of the universe. This is an expansion. You're being called, I'm hearing the song Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. You're being called to not root for the anti-hero as the song says, but you are being called to see all perspectives here. Two of Swords with a Hierophant. You are being faced with a decision whether or not you would like to re-welcome something into your life. Re-welcome something into your soul contract. You are likely aware that this energy is tapping on your aura or knocking on your door, but you might not be aware of the fact that this might not be as significant as you think, but it also might change the course of your life. Again, there is no right or wrong answer, but be patient and wait to see what the universe shows you, encourages from you, and make sure that you are seeing things from all sides. I'm hearing the song Let 'Em In by Wings, so this can be significant. And the lyrics of the song literally say, someone's knocking at your door, do me a favor, open the door, let them in. So that can be significant for some of you. You are being called to take a childlike, wide-eyed approach towards the gifts and blessings that are materializing in front of your face. As your comfort and confidence in these newfound manifestations and these newfound opportunities, experiences, resources are going to be helping you make a decision that you are most confident in. Now, Metatron would like you to know that every decision that you make is going to be a permanent one, but also to be aware of where you're at in your karma. As far as what you are accumulating, what lines you're putting out there, because you will need to reel them back in. And you are still reeling in manifestations from other incarnations. So allow yourself not only to be patient, but to hold extra space at this time. Do manifest what you desire, but at this point in time, release and hold as much space as possible, as opposed to electrifying what it is that you desire. You're being shown the way. And it is true that many blessings are knocking on your door. People, places, things, experiences, opportunities, resources. But in order for them to show, you must be in a magnetic state. And you are still reeling in an old line that you've tossed out. So keep that in mind as you go to manifest. So be extra careful what you wish for. You will notice, again, that you are confronted with a decision to make when it comes to reaffirming or renewing a soul contract. This is going to be both more and less significant than you think. This paradox is being used intentionally in order to show you that this and that can be true, everything matters a lot more and a lot less than you think it does. You only live once in this incarnation, but you are also an infinite being in a limited vessel, still jogging their memory. So remember that the finite exists within the infinite. This is significant for you, because while you are only alive right now, it's only life. Maintain the sense of balance and duality as you move on, as you move forward. There is no right or wrong answer. Do move through love, do move through patience, and expect some unexpected communication. There is an element of a new beginning, material wealth and abundance, and emotional fulfillment that is coming your way. Let yourself go with the flow and tap in with your body. See the movements that feel natural for your individual flow. You can dive very deeply into this and identify that this too is legible. You can also merely forget, release, and flow. And know that it does not matter whether or not you select to read it, because the signs and the events that are meant for you will not pass you up. You are a co-creator of the universe, but at this point in time, things outside of your current jurisdiction are working on your behalf. So have enough faith to trust in these energies. You'll receive a go signal when it's your time to take more action, and you will know what to do and when to do it. However, when it comes to seeing things from a higher perspective, remember that you can look at one particle of the universe, and it will reflect everything you've ever been curious about. You can also look at everything to find the finest details. Again, everything is encoded within everything. It is merely the human perspective that is limited. There is an opportunity for expansion for you in your creative pursuits, in your spirituality, in your understanding, in your ascension journey, in perhaps your astral travels and lucid dreams. Metatron would like to let you know that you are protected, and yes, everything is connected. If you are looking for ways to execute timeline work, or work through the dimensions of space and time, you'll be able to utilize this basic framework in order to achieve your goals. This pattern can also be applied to anything in your life. The platonic solids are significant, but you can even break these down further. Again, look at the building blocks around you. This will show you what is next. This will show you the lines you have yet to pull in. This will show you the lines you have already pulled in, but have not yet seen what they hold. These are what we are drawing your attention to today. There's a lot more than meets the eye, in even the smallest detail. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to follow your own circadian rhythm, not that which is societally acceptable. Be aware that every day is a fresh slate, but also that the illusion of having different days or having tomorrow is just that. The only thing that exists is the present moment. It is merely the understanding of that moment that creates the illusion of time, the illusion of space. Metatron would like you to know that your patience does not go unnoticed, and that there are some things that are being born and dying around you at this time. You're going to become aware, more so, of why certain things were held from you and why others were given to you from a larger perspective than you currently have. Expect a large spiritual awakening in the near future. Metatron will be at the forefront of your spirit team. If he has been before, he will be returning. If he has not been yet, expect to be getting a lot closer to him, to them in your relationship. Become aware of the fact that timing is only an illusion, but vibration tells every story. As you awaken to this truth in a deeper, higher, and lower sense, you become more aware of the irony that is duality. You transcend it. And yet, at the same time, we see even in our cosmos dualistic star systems, dualistic quasars, dualistic galaxies. Notice the freedom and self-sustaining energies that Earth embodies. And do be aware of the fact that this is just one tiny rock with its own consciousness. As you ascend further, you will understand and identify all of the work that has gone into the building blocks of Earth and the building blocks of the perception of Earth, from inside and outside of Earth and its realm. If you notice that you have more of an external perspective, this is not an accident. If you notice that you have more of an internal perspective, this is not an accident. Continue following your inner compass and be aware that you are the leader of your own life. It is important for you to be present. It is important for you to, yes, be patient, but it is important for you to be aware of the meridians, the grooves, the cycles, the patterns of your own energy and all that is around you. The more you are aware of I am, the more awakened you will be. Simultaneously, the less connected, more detached you are from I am, the more awakened you will be. You are not your body. You are not your mind. You are not your higher self. You are not even the cosmos. There is always larger, and there is always smaller. To learn more about the macro, learn about the micro. To learn more about space, learn more about the ocean. To balance one thing, identify its opposite, or the things that it connects to. All can be found in the cube. All can be shown in everything. Never forget that you are here to make an impact, and also relieve pressure from yourself and have patience. The strongest thing you can do is release, and the most detached thing you can do is take action. This is intentionally a paradox. So is everything in front of you. Look at everything for precisely what it is, precisely what it isn't. Over and under analyze everything in front of you. Have patience. Everything unfolds and infinitely expands, but the building blocks nonetheless stay the same. You'll begin to understand frameworks of things that are beyond this earth, beyond the systems that are familiar to you and to those around you. This is no accident. Let yourself be shown the way. Maintain an open mind, maintain an open heart, and for some of you, you may want to take notes. It will be important for you to leave these behind. Remember, everything that has been always will be, and time is an illusion. So the moment that you write something down, the moment you speak something into fruition, you have already changed the timeline forever. If you have felt as though you have been held back, or if you have felt as though you have been stalling for a while, this is about to come to an abrupt ending. Remember that internal work and external work happen on opposite speeds. This is another hint. When one is fast, the other is slow. Everything works this way. This is why, over and under, analyze and estimate everything. Release that duality, bring it to balance, bring it to center, and release yourself from yourself. Connect with all, find what is beyond that, And from here, it is just the beginning. Okay, group number 2. That is all I have for you today. That was your channeled message from Metatron. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out so much, and I love connecting with these divine beings on behalf of you guys. I love you guys with my whole heart. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful, magical realm. Namaste. Hi there, group 3. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today I am channeling a message to you directly from Metatron. You selected the 3rd group with Rooted in Gratitude. The first message that Metatron would like to share with you today is your ability to stay grateful for all that is within and around you is one of your superpowers. So never shy away from that feeling, regardless of the scenario that you're in. He would like to draw to your attention gratitude practices that you already have, that you practice on the daily, or that are new to your environment that you are recently learning about. If there is anything that is worthy of dedicating your time to, it is this. It is gratitude. It is internalization, finding the truth, meditation through gratitude, action through gratitude, presence through gratitude. Gratitude is more than just a high vibration. It is more than just an energy transmuter. It is a portal. And the more grateful you are, the more faith that you have, the more open you are, the easier you will be able to see where the portal of gratitude will take you. It is important at this time that you allow yourself to see what is being shown to you beyond synchronicities, and that you allow yourself to walk fully and authentically in your truth, in your light, in your gratitude. This is something that you practice, but it is time to turn it up a notch. There are things about you that are special, that are strange, that are different from your surroundings, and there's a reason for this. You have a dragon within. You have a very powerful connection with Source, with gratitude, with mysticism, with the universe within you. All that you seek is already within you, for you, with you. However, you are no longer in a place of seeking. Metatron would like to draw attention to this and tell you congratulations for finding your inner peace, being rooted in gratitude, and allowing yourself to express authentically in a way that does not submit you to your environment and also does not ruffle any feathers. This in and of itself is a gift. However, you are aware that just because you can be grateful for being in a place where you don't necessarily ruffle feathers, it also draws your awareness to how you can add yourself to an environment where that would not be required of you in the first place. Slow and steady, and without seeking, Metatron would like for you to meditate on this, contemplate, and see how, like the moon, you are ready for the next phase of your life. This phase that you've been striving for a while is approaching quickly, because you are no longer striving, you are no longer seeking. You are relaxing, falling back, and opening up to receiving. The illusion between feminine and masculine energy has been dissolved for you, although mastering both is an integral place of getting you there. Yes, you are balanced. Yes, you are an open channel. Yes, you are where you're meant to be. Yes, you are more magical and powerful than you currently believe. Metatron is asking me to grab this sapphire and place it on your reading, so I will be doing this. You have a lot of ancient wisdom stored within you, and there is a lot that you see a lot of misinformation pertaining to things that you remember, and you'll notice that this might occur throughout your physical life, You'll notice that this may have occurred in your childhood, that this might occur in the narratives of people around you, or those who do not do their due diligence when it comes to their education, their research. There are certain things that are simply too much for people to understand. And you're grateful for this as well, but you're also aware that the more that you are open and express your authentic self, the more that that which does not align with you will remove itself, and the more that that which does align with you will present itself. There are some energies that you are surprised are still along your side, and there are some energies that you are surprised you are no longer wishing to involve yourself with. Be grateful for what we are showing you, and treat everything as though it is everything in front of your face, because it is. I'm gonna get into your tarot cards now. Now, with your pile, group 3, I keep hearing this song, I Believe in Angels. I think that's the name of it, by ABBA. And now that song reminds me of Lexi DeLeo. And we love an uplifting and supportive queen. So go like, comment, and subscribe on like all of her videos, because we just love her. Anyway, we lift up the soul fam here. Anyway, so group number 3, messages from Metatron. Oh, back to I Believe in Angels. Okay. You are activating some of the realizations that you've been storing within your DNA, within your heart, within your soul, within your Akashics, and now within your rational mind, your understanding for a long time. You have gained tactical, mechanical understanding of some truths recently. Okay, and as this occurs, these are truths you've had for a long time, but it's time that you now release and express these things. There are going to be some emotions that come out when it pertains to perhaps feeling like you are different from everyone else, when it comes to perhaps releasing some narratives that you may have had in the past, when it comes to allowing yourself to know that you're going to be okay now. They're showing me somebody realizing that the worst is over and like falling to their knees crying. I'm also hearing the song Hungry by Mercy Me. It says, I'm falling on my knees, offering all of me. It is a Christian song, so it says, Jesus, you're all this heart is living for. And of course, we love, on this channel, we love Jesus, okay? We love Muhammad, we love Mahavatar Babaji, and Paramahansa Yogananda. We love everyone, all the time, everywhere, okay? So, ooh, something wanted to pop out. I'm not gonna look for it though. Metatron would like to draw to your awareness the fact that you have been activated in a very tangible, literal sense. He's showing me that you've had a spiritual activation for a very, very, very long time, and that this has been trickling down your chakras. You've been learning lessons with each one. 6 of Wands, beautiful, beautiful. You've been learning lessons with each one, and now this has grounded into the earth. You have seeded this vibration, but now it's time that you are now rewired fully, and you are acting on this now. They're showing me like a system upgrade, and I keep hearing again, I believe in angels. Da, 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 da. Okay, you do have a lot of angels around you, and it is a common belief that Metatron is an archangel. There are a lot of different, I'll just say, there are a lot of different ideologies that go along with Metatron, which is why I didn't put Archangel Metatron or Metatron/Enoch or anything like that in the title, because there are a lot of different expansive truths that you can tap into that will explain each and every different ideology, but looking at those individually will give you a pathway to expand towards that energy. And so that's what we're looking at today. There's something here about non-denominational understanding, or growing out of maybe your environment, perhaps your conditioning from when you were younger, the religion that you were raised in, perhaps the larger spiritual community, or things like this. Expanding beyond this. There are reasons for everything, and even the things that are end-all, be-all, facts, truths, whatever, there are still reasons for this. So there's always something larger to expand. And any one truth, there is a 2. And because of any 2, there is 1 further. So there's something that Metatron is asking you to take a look at here, or to be open enough to speak about. Okay, if you're confused, maybe just meditate on that. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, I feel like I don't need to say anymore. But I would like to channel a bit more directly for Metatron. He's saying to finish pulling the cards, that there's another message I can deliver you in here, but then after this I'll get right back into direct channeling, because I think that Metatron deserves that sanctity. Okay. Okay. You have been guided and supported and protected by your angels for a very long time. Now, if you follow me for a while, you know that I say angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, loved ones, etc. So angels specifically are coming out very strongly in your reading group 3. You have the wisdom of the angels encoded within you. And they're showing me they're showing me Archangel Michael, like passing you his sword for you to use. And this doesn't have to be Michael, okay, but we were speaking about truth and expression. He's showing me that there is an angel, or there are angels, plural, that are around you right now that are giving you their tools to use. You might be an energy channeler yourself. You could be an energy healer. You might be having an activation, or you could have a very close relationship with an angel. There's something here where there is like somebody is giving you one of their tools, one of their abilities, one of their skills on their behalf. And they're saying that this is reward for a job well done, but it is also an opportunity for you to live from a larger standpoint, live from a larger perspective. And notice that they said larger and not higher, because higher and lower vibrations, light and shadow selves, highest self, lowest self, future, past, these are all dualistic energies under a monotheistic source ideology. But to flip those things around, you'll notice that yin is yang and yang is yin. There's always a splash of yin in the yang and always a splash of yang in the yin. So be on the lookout for a gift, a skill, an ability, a tool that is going to be spontaneously activated for you in a spiritual sense, in a way that allows you to easily maneuver through the physical realm. Metatron would like to channel directly now, so I'm using my Akash Mudra for those of you who are getting into channeling or are looking for just an extra little, I don't know, oomph, like energy opener. This is the space element opener, so this helps create space in the channels. You have done a very phenomenal job at teaching and showing others truth, light, gratitude, and graciousness. You are a very graceful being, and you are, of course, a being of light, a being of love, a being of gratitude. You are also familiar with and comfortable with your shadow side, the shadow side of the galaxy, of the universe, and that beyond. I say this lightly and lovingly because of the audience, but there is a knowledge here of what is beyond on your end, and you are also aware of the fact that there is even more beyond this. Allow yourself to open up to truth and let yourself travel where no human has traveled before. It is important for you that you continue to have faith, and you remind yourself that the more that you believe, the more that you will see. And this is not to believe in everything that you are told externally, but this is to allow yourself to be open to what is shown to you and believe that you can see more. Believe that you can see the angels. Believe that you can see what is around you. Believe that you can experience the entire multiverse while being grounded in your body. You have learned that it is far from one or the other. You are not detached and floating in the ether, and you are not grounded without spiritual understanding and enlightenment. Now, of course, one can set their energies like this, or this can be opportunities that people embody as lessons. However, you're at a place far more expanded than this. And as you act like it and you look around and you feel as though either you are doing something wrong or you don't understand why everyone else can't see something, this is where you are being drawn to call your energy inwards and act accordingly. This is why you might be called to act in accordance with your truth, as opposed to speaking loudly from your truth or speaking of your truth at all. Now, of course, let your energy out, but do be aware of the fact that there are so many ways to release energy: through visualization, through energy work, through exercise, through meditation, through the vibrational realms. There's so much that you can take care of before even approaching your body, yet you are always grounded in the present moment at the same time. To put it in a very grounded and tactical sense, you are a very high vibrational creature, group number 3. And there's a reason that we said high vibrational, and there's a reason that we said creature. Metatron would like to let you know that you have been placed where you are going to activate the most. Because for you are in a place where you are remembering what you've always been, where you've always been, what you've always known, and you are going back to your comfort zone, back to your baseline, as a soul, as a spirit. And as this occurs, this is why you have been given difficult karmas to walk through, difficult ancestral lines to heal, difficult beings and people and situations around you. The reason for this is that you always have known where to find your baseline. You always have known how to be yourself. It is almost natural for you to be yourself, and less natural for you to be pushed up against these things. And so, you have always been anchored into your path. You've always been anchored into your vibration, and you are always going to succeed at a very early age. This is exactly why you were given what you were given. So, release the energies you need to release before approaching these things in the physical realm, because they're no longer required of you. You might notice that some situations in your life have been frozen or put on ice recently, because these situations needed to cool. Please look at situations, physical situations, from an alchemist's perspective. If there is heat, you need ice. If there is cold, you need hot. If there is earth and water, you'll need fire and air. When you need space, you need space. If there is compact, you need expansion. Or there is expansion, you need compact. Become aware of the fact that when you create space in your energy field, you are able to magnetize energies that you select. And the lighter the energies are, the more of it you will be able to embody. Less dense energy takes up the same amount of, less quantity of a denser energy takes up the same quantity as a higher quantity of lighter particles. You may be interested in stoichiometry, or if you wish to explore this principle further, you can look at the rules of stoichiometry in order to understand this principle alchemically. Consciousness, space, is most connected with the air element, and this is also connected with the particles that we can and cannot see, which are connected to gases. Therefore, they follow similar elemental principles. So, taking a look at things like this can help you understand your alchemy more, and help you to find little cheat sheets that have already been presented before the collective. There are truths that have been released without the larger, higher vibrational truth attached to them. This is the reason for the separation between science and spirituality, when, in reality, one would never be able to solve those equations if they had not belief in the first place. And one would not be able to understand how to apply spiritual truths and wisdom had they not the rational, tactical understanding, mechanics, and knowledge to match. So, do be aware that the if and the then are both important, that the cause and the effect are both important. And, at the same time, once you find a truth, 2 turns back into 1, but 1 turns back into 2. This is a spinning system. This is a Merkaba. This is also a Metatron's cube. Do not underestimate the power of all. Do not underestimate that all is where it stops either. There's always going to be more, no matter what you are experiencing. So, Allow yourself to have faith and believe that you can see and experience what is further than what you're currently seeing and experiencing. You are a master of this, but for some reason, as you allow yourself to come into understanding, you will realize that this does not fit your old framework. So you will need to unlearn and release it. This is not a process that ever ends. As everything expands every day, there is always something to unlearn in order to make place for lighter particles and a higher quantity of them as well. This is why it's so open to be rooted in gratitude and maintain an open channel. You do have a new beginning ahead of you, and Metatron would like you to know that they are supporting you and guiding you and helping to transform your life before your very eyes. As this occurs, you will be helping many people unlearn. You will not receive as much pushback as you might expect, but what you will receive is perhaps confusion, need for explanation. And to this, you must simply reply, everything is, and some things you need to learn through experience. Although, the information is there if you follow your intuition and it will show you where to look. Metatron is sending some old friends in to help light your way and to help support you and protect you throughout this time. You are expanding, and when he's showing me something is expanding, like a butterfly forming when it's in its chrysalis, you are going to be having energies surrounding and supporting your chrysalis so that it does not become attacked, so that it does not become tampered with in any way, shape, or form. You will have old friends from other lifetimes, from other dimensions, perhaps from earlier in this lifetime. You will have angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, old friends from different lifetimes, different timelines, coming in for you to support and encourage you, to protect you, and to help each bestow a gift upon you. I'm being shown Sleeping Beauty, how they each present her with a gift. So you will notice that you have an accumulation of blessings at this time. People might be giving you things. Energies will be giving you things. And they're showing me again Archangel Michael with his sword. Metatron would like for you to know that everything is exactly what it seems, and also nothing is what it seems. Let yourself release old patterns and old frameworks, and know that you're meant to stand out. There's absolutely a reason why you have understandings of things that people speculate about, because they come from your memory, and some things, again, must be learned through experience. This is why you're able to pick up on what you're able to learn easily, so quickly. When somebody reminds you of something that happens, and it jogs your memory, it's a lot easier than somebody memorizing a story that has been passed down for generations. Metatron would like to say thank you to you for choosing to incarnate here. Metatron would like to give you a gift as well, although you must have enough space in your aura to do so. So don't be surprised if it doesn't happen right away or all at once. Let yourself receive love, let yourself receive gratitude, and above all, let yourself receive expansion and newness. For every time you wake up, you may now be reincarnated. Every time you wake up, you may now ascend. Every time you wake up, may you awaken. So on and so forth. That is all I have for you today, group number 3. That was your channeled message from Metatron. I hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, and I hope it helped you find expansion. I'm sending you all of my love, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Namaste.